Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. So for today I'm going to be doing a first impressions on the new Danessa Myricks Lightwork Volume 5 I Am palette. So if you want to hear my thoughts on this palette, then please stick around for today's video and make sure you are subscribed before leaving today. So let's jump into it. Let me show you this beauty up close and personal. This palette right here retails for $125, and if you sign up on Danessa Myricks website for like emails, text alerts, you can save 15% off in case you don't want to wait for the Sephora sale in case it sells out. That's personally what I did, and this palette has 7 different finishes. There are 18 beautiful shimmers in this palette, and I cannot wait to play with this palette. This one right here got me. So each year, Danessa Myricks comes out with a special limited edition holiday palette, and this one right here just really captivated me. I thought that the color layout was beautiful, the theming was really inspirational, and I really wanted it just because of the way that these shimmers looked on swatches. I really gravitate towards some of these warmer tone multi-chrome, so this is definitely a palette that really I really wanted this one. This is just a palette that I seriously just saw me getting a lot of use out of because I broke my rule. Typically, I've made a rule. I do not buy all special shimmer shade palettes because I do not reach for all shimmer palettes, but I feel like I can make an exception for this one. So I'm going to zoom you in and we can get started with today's look. Okay, so change of plans. My daughter woke up. It's been some time since the last clip. I've changed. It's been several hours, so I'm going to kind of switch up the look now. I'm actually going, what am I going to go? I'm going to go with the shade Unstoppable. I feel like this shade's going to be too deep right now, so I'm going to go in with this shade right here. And I want to, this one, whenever I swatched it, it just looked so beautiful and wearable. So I'm just placing that right on top. And then I want to kind of switch and do maybe like a green shimmer on top of this, and then that Fearless right in the inner corner. But that's kind of the game plan. Typically, like I said earlier, I broke my all shimmer palette rule. I typically need mattes in a palette just for me, but like I said, I'll probably be mixing it a lot with the Groundwork palette just because I really do, me personally, need those, you know, brown mattes to kind of help tie my look together. But that's just me personally, but for the sake of the video, you know, this is a very pricey palette, so I did not want to include using another palette, but just know you can mix and match this with any of your favorite mattes and get really just a stunning look. They're all so pretty. It's really hard to pick. I think I want to go with Radiant or Green. Okay, I'm going to top this, let's see, Evolving shade, this green right on top. And just see, it's so beautiful. The top row, they're more iridescent sparkle toppers, and they have a very light base, so I think that no matter what you pair it with, it will just look pretty, almost like it is just wet because it's not too pigmented. It just adds such a beautiful sparkle. Now I'm going with the shade Radiant just to kind of warm it up and add some more of the warmer tone to it. It will help tie in with that more red shimmer that I used. So on the inner corner, I'm going to go in just a little bit with the shade Fearless because I can definitely tell that this one shifts green intensely. So I don't want to use too much and it get really dark. I just want to see, just to make a bright fire pop. I think it's really pretty. So earlier I did use this shade Powerful and I mixed it with Fearless, but my daughter woke up and it kind of took me by surprise. So I had to rinse my makeup off because it was such a vampy look. But I want to go with the shade Powerful and just drag it on my lower lash line to add a little bit of definition. But I think that this shade right here, if you put this all over your lid, it will be a beautiful black base for all these really special shades to go on top, so you can really see their shifts to it, especially the ones up top. Because they definitely have beautiful shifts, it's just sometimes you can't see it unless you put like a darker base down. I will say the shade Protected, this is beautiful, like fairy purple, pink, I see green, it looks lovely. Let me just swatch it so you can see. I know y'all have seen the swatches, but see how it just turned magical and blue under that dark base? A very beautiful shade right there. So off camera, I'm going to do some mascara, all of that good stuff, and I'll be back to show you this very effortless look that I created that you could wear any day. Okay guys, so this is my finished look. I just wanted something super easy and effortless because that first look I started was like super vampy Halloween, but things took a turn for the day, so I had to come back and do a very quick, easy look. I also wanted to show the versatility within this palette, how you could go super, super daytime, because obviously, as you can see by this color story, it can be pretty, I would say, intimidating, but you could also get more of a toned down look like this. So let me turn down the brightness. So here's what the look is looking like under low lighting. I love the sparkles. It just looks healthy, like dewy, wet. I don't know, I really enjoy shimmer shades like this. So now I would like to zoom you out and give you some of my thoughts on this palette. Okay, so first off, let me just say, like, I had no intention of creating like such a basic look, but as the day unfolded, that's just how it came out. But let me just say that this packaging is absolutely beautiful. It's honestly, packaging for me is important, so the color story was like perfect, and the packaging really drew me in. It was really captivating. Y'all saw it under like low lighting, how it just looked super, I don't know, it looked holographic in a way. I do like the box that it comes in as well. I thought that was a nice touch. And then on the inside, well, for me, like an incentive purchase also, I did get this bag and this little compact mirror because I ordered it the day that it launched on the Danessa Myricks website. So I also take that in consideration for me personally whenever I bought this palette along with the coupon. But the price point, $125, very hefty price tag. I would say who this palette is for: if you love multi-chromes, duochromes, you probably have a large collection of single shadows or a lot of palettes from indie brands, so you already know that yummy formulation that I'm talking about. So you just have to really think about it and see if you need that in your collection, because I feel like you could dupe these shades if you have a large indie collection, I would say. But if you don't, maybe you just shop at Sephora, Ulta, mainstream brands, and you want a special palette, this is your girl right here, full of those beautiful, intense shades that you would typically see from indie brands, all compact in this one beautiful palette, because I feel like it can be a little overwhelming whenever you want some single shadows and you go to, let's say, Terra Moon or Devinah, things like that. It can be a little overwhelming trying to select which one you want. And I think that this is just, it's a nice range. You get very beautiful toppers, iridescence, you get those black base, super shifty ones. You get, I would just say like some very basic metallics. You get some super intense chromes, things like that. So I think that there is a nice aspect because it goes from like very soft, like I would say ethereal, to like deep, vampy. Like this versatility really did blow me away. And I've been swatching this for a few days. I've been sick, so I haven't been able to film, so I've been playing with this and just kind of like topping it on my eyes, taking it off. But this was like the first time I was actually able to do a first look for y'all, so I've definitely been digging in here, kind of just getting to know the textures. I would say that for me, the shades that, I just want to tell you, most of them are really nice, but the shades that did not impress me enough, it's just, I'm not gonna say it's bad quality, it's just like a green shade, you know. And then this Unbreakable, it's like a really pretty pinky maroon. So these two, it's like what you see is what you get. They're pretty, but they're not super intense like, you know, some of these other shades. And then this silver right here, it's that, what is this, the chrome flake? I don't know, this one's more dry, flaky. It's intense, don't get me wrong. It's just a formula that I have to get to know more. But other than that, everything I personally really enjoy, and I cannot wait to keep using and testing. I think that this shade right here, it's a beautiful silver with like purple hues, almost, I don't know, it's a really unique silver, so I'm happy about this one. I just feel like we didn't need this silver and that one, so I wish we maybe saw something else here. And then swatching them, these, they're a little different, but they're kind of similar. So honestly, I just want to give you pros and cons. I'm not disappointed that I bought this. I'm super happy. Also wanted to mention that I'm a Danessa Myricks Angel, but I'm not entitled to post this. Like, this wasn't sent to me. So it's just like a lovely community over there. But this, I just wanted to also note that in case you were, you know, I feel like it's important to note in the video. But holy moly, they knocked out of the park. I'm just super excited. And for me, the theming, her intention was like the I am affirmations. It's like I am resilient, I am radiant, I am centered, I'm beautiful, things like that. So I thought that was a nice touch. Also love the way that they laid it out. And you can also just kind of keep to these color stories or however you want. But it really did help me think. And also before going, I just wanted to kind of swatch some live. I know y'all have seen swatches, but y'all know I have to just swatch it live for you. So let me just dig into these three and just show you how, yes, these are definitely intense multi-chromes like you see from indie brands. And I think that if you don't have a lot of these shifty shades in your collection, and maybe it's kind of difficult for you to shop at indie brands, I think that if you just run in Sephora, you're going to be mind blown because it's so pretty. I don't know, you can't, I'm not capturing it to the best of my ability, but it's just, I don't know. It's intense and beautiful nonetheless. Hopefully you found this video helpful and entertaining. Let me know if you need to see any other shade swatch, like up close or something. I'll like send it to you on Instagram or something like that. But that's going to do it for today's video. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing well. I hope that you are healthy, happy, and safe. Stay beautiful. Bye, guys.